Morning all, welcome to Mayberry. I know you guys are already here, but my name is Dr. Krish Bhargav and I'm going to be your host tonight. We're going to be having a lot of fun and I just need to watch out for my mundu. So I've got I've got my belt on, but okay. So just a formal welcome to all. So ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and dear friends and family, I warmly welcome you to this splendid celebration of Onam. As we gather here today, let us immerse ourselves in this vibrant colors, rich traditions, timeless stories that this festival brings. Onam is just not a festival, it's a testament to our shared heritage and a reminder to the golden era of King Mahabali and a celebration of the spirit of unity and prosperity. As your host, it's my honor and privilege to guide you through this joyous occasion. So let's come together, share stories, enjoy the feast, and make this Onam memorable for all. So happy Onam to everyone. And hopefully everyone's got a stretchy pants today because there's going to be a lot of food.
We started in 2019. Probably that time not many residents were there, but the format was similar, 2-day format, and it was great success. The celebrations was on the oval ground. After 2019, with the success of 2019, we really wanted to take it to the next level in 2020. But you all know what happened in 2020. The whole world was hit with COVID and we thought of even cancelling, but the Onam spirit continued. So we actually did a YouTube live, and in 2021 we did it with social distancing and mask, all the restrictions of COVID. Last year we did reasonably good Onam celebrations, and this is the 5th year of our celebration. So, and then I would like to also kind of give you a brief view of today's program. So we have a power-packed entertainment program for about 2.5 to 3 hours. I also wanted to introduce our chief guest for this function. It's Manoj sir, as we popularly call him. He doesn't require any introduction in the society, but still I would like to formally introduce him. He's Special Secretary to Karnataka State, and he's done tremendous things for the community. Some of you who were there during the COVID times or even prior to that, various initiatives whenever there is an interface required with the government or various other initiatives that we have done. He has been a kind of a guiding force for all the EC or whether it's the general community. So without any further delay, I would like to really welcome him on stage. Manoj sir, can you just come over? Yeah, we'll light the lamp first and then followed by a short speech from you, sir.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, guests, my beloved, esteemed members of the Mayberry family. There were 2-3 statements made here. There's no question of any chief guest here. I am also part of the community. So that's the first disruption I do to Vijay's introduction. So in college days when we talk, isko bakra bana dega aaj. Like that I am the bakra here, and this is the 5th time I've been called, but it's also privilege among our own community to stand this side and welcome all of you on behalf of the organizing committee. So a very, very warm welcome to all of you. It's a privilege which I cherish, and I'm glad this is the 5th year in continuous. So as he says, as the government runs for 5 years, this is the 5th consecutive year. He also made a point saying that from how the genesis of the 2019, then 20, 21, 22 and 23, a notable change is that always we have a professional compere here. But here we have got our own Krish, a TEDx talker, and we expect some fireworks and good comparing from him also. Big claps to him. Y'all can see I am glowing with great happiness just to make few points here before you all today. In fact, when we were young, we knew Onam. Onam was a festival celebrated by Keralians. We had a Radha Chechi who used to give us some Kuniyappam and Aviyal. We remembered there was something as Onam, and when we entered college, we could see those Bukulam, the flowers. That's what I knew. But after coming into Mayberry, thanks to our friends here, we do appreciate, and I personally got to know more about this very rich cultural heritage which our Kerala friends are trying to push in and give a very important glow to this community. Onam, as of now, it has become our own festival. So that's the biggest achievement. In fact, we never used to know, when is Onam coming? So that is what you all have created here. And this is the beginning of the seasons, the festival seasons in Mayberry. In fact, we are now seeing the other festivals also being celebrated in the same pomp and gay. In fact, we had Holi, we have the Shankranti festivals, we have the Eid, we have Christmas, everything being lined out. And there's a huge effort put in by the organizing committee. First, great salute. I would request you all to clap for them for the wonderful planning. In fact, the last 1 week I am seeing whenever I go walking, they are trying to reach out every house over here. They're trying to make this program. A great big salute to you. But today I stand before you all to make two important statements. One is, as a community, if you see what I have noticed, in fact, I'm not in the WhatsApp group, but I look into my wife's messages there. That sends me a strong message that when you are in trouble, when you need something, the community is there. It might be from a small electricity, whether it is there or not there, or water problem, or I need a beautician, I need to go and buy some glasses, which is the shop, immediately somebody responds. So that is one very good thing. And such kind of cultural fest actually peps up the entire community. So hats off to the entire organizing committee for doing this. The second thing I want to tell is that we had a very tough time during the COVID. And in fact, I was in charge of COVID management in the entire state. I was looking around the various communities, hospitals, districts, but here we evolved a nice mechanism. We had our own oxygen supply, we had our doctors. In fact, any problem, any time, anybody is saying somebody is positive, at least some 20 messages come there saying that we are with you, don't worry. That reassuring message is what the community in Mayberry gives to its fellow mates. So hats off to all of you guys here. So that's one thing which I would wanted to say. The second thing I wanted to say is that I also worked in the Election Commission for 6 years, served them for 6 years. The biggest statement we make is, we transfer power through ballot and not bullet like the other countries. So this is the statement which the Election Commission makes. But here in Mayberry, though I wouldn't say it's an election here, I saw a smooth transition of power from the first EC to the second EC, and it never ended there. It was a solid teamwork where the knowledge which the first committee gained systematically. Whenever I speak to Vijay and then they said, yeah, we are there, sir, we are doing these things. So the smooth transition was there, and there is also an upward movement because a lot of learning happened. So this is what a community, anybody in the community would love to have, and we are having it here. I thought these 2 points I need to make here. Each one of you have contributed for us to make a happy living here in Mayberry. 2 things we should learn from Lord Mahabali, the King Mahabali, that is humility and generosity. That is what I would want to suggest today. Let us learn that in wherever spheres we can work, let us be humble enough, as at the same time try to be generous enough to the people who are lesser than us, lesser fortunate to us. So this is what we learn. We are looking forward for the Sadhya. In fact, he didn't mention that this time we are all fortunate that the entire Sadhya is sponsored by the organizing committee. We are waiting to have the delicious food over here. I'm not going to come in between the jam-packed programs which they have organized. Wishing all of you a happy Onam. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for that amazing talk. Okay, before we start off the first part of the program, I wanted to educate you guys on a small information on what Onam is all about. Okay, so I'm going to keep it light and I'm going to make it a bit more educative that would support the kids as well, so they could understand why Onam is celebrated as well. So there was a king called Mahabali. He was the king of demons or the Asura. So think of him as an ancient superhero without the cape. So he was so popular that even the gods got jealous of this guy, because under Mahabali's rule, Kerala was basically one big party zone. So no crime, no sadness, just endless celebrations. So some say the coconut trees in Kerala are still recovering from all the dancing. So the gods felt a bit left out of the party, sent Vamana, a Brahmin dwarf. This was actually Vishnu disguised as a Brahmin dwarf, and the reason the gods approached Vishnu was because Mahabali was a big devotee of Lord Vishnu, right? So Vamana was like the unexpected guest who asked for a tiny favor and then surprise. So he actually takes over the entire house. So Vamana asked for 3 paces of land. And Mahabali, being Mahabali, a generous king, he couldn't say no, and he was generous. He thought it is only a Brahmin dwarf, so it won't be a large piece of land. So he just approves the 3 paces of land. But then Vamana pulled off the biggest growth spurt in history. So the first step he takes, he captures the entire land on earth, right? And then the second step he takes, he captures the entire space. So now there's no space for a third step, considering Mahabali had already offered him the 3 paces. He couldn't take his word back. So what does he do? He offers his head. But just before he was suppressed into the netherworld, right, which was the underneath the earth, Vamana offered him a VIP pass. He said, okay, once a year you can visit Kerala, but on one condition. Only if there is a grand welcome and of course a feast, all right, a massive feast. And that is pretty much the grand homecoming of the King Mahabali, right? So every year, Keralites roll out a red carpet, or rather, the floral carpet for King Mahabali. And let's not forget the Ona Sadhya, a feast so grand that you'd wish you wore stretchy pants today. So this is pretty much a story about King Mahabali. So I hope you guys know why we celebrate Onam. So saying that, I want to initiate the first program today, which is Arohanam. So have you ever listened to a musical scale and felt like you're climbing a melodious ladder to the heavens? That's the magic of Arohanam. So straight from the rich tapestry of Indian classical music, Arohanam is this ascending order of musical notes that promises to lift your spirits. Think of it as a musical version of climbing a staircase, but each step serenades you with a note. And trust me, by the time you reach the top, you'll be on cloud 9. So let's ascend this musical journey with Arohanam.
Krishna Venugana Murti Shri Krishna Venugana Lola Tripuvana Pala Pagi Gana Murti Shri Krishna Venugana Lola Tripuvana Pala Parigana Murti Manini Mani ಮಣಿನಿ ಮಣಿ ಶ್ರೀ ರೂಕ್ಮಿಣಿ ಮಣಿನಿ ಮಣಿ ಶ್ರೀ ರೂಕ್ಮಿಣಿ ಮಣಿನಿ ಮಣಿ ಶ್ರೀ ರೂಕ್ಮಿಣಿ ಮಾನಸ ಪಹರ ಮರ ಜನಕ ದಿವ್ಯ ಮಾನಸ ಪಹರ ಮರ ಜನಕ ದಿವ್ಯ ಗಾನ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ವೇಣುಗಾನ ಲೋಲ ತ್ರಿಭುವನ ಪಾಲ ಬಾಲಿ ಗಾನ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ನವನೀತ ಚೋರ ನಂದಸ ಕಿಶೋರ ನರಸೀತ್ರ ತೀರ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಶೂರ ನವನೀತ ಚೋರ ನಂದಸ ಕಿಶೋರ ನರಮೇತ್ರ ತೀರ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಶೂರ ನವಮೇಧ ತೇಜ ನವಮೇಘ ತೇಜ ನಗರ ಸಹಜ ನವಮೇಘ ತೇಜ ನಗಜ ಸಹಜ ನವಮೇಘ ತೇಜ ನಗಜ ಸಹಜ ನರಕಾಂತ ಕಜ ನಟ ತ್ಯಾಗ ರಾಜ ನರಕಾಂತ ಕಜ ನಟ ತ್ಯಾಗ ರಾಜ ಗಾನ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ವೇಣುಗಾನ ಲೋಲ ತ್ರಿಭುವನ ಪಾಲ ಪಾಲಿ ಗಾನ ಮೂರ್ತಿ
That was an amazing performance by Bhuma and Sandhya Saraswati.